Hi, my name is Sheila Townsend, and this is my story. I am from the south side of Chicago. I got involved in tennis because my mom and her girlfriend, they were playing at it, and I had to go with them. I was forced to go, and so that's how I kind of got introduced to the sport. I started playing off the wall and really enjoyed it, and so I started asking if I can go and if I can play, and from there I started hanging out at different parks. Well, as I told you, I was living in a really gang infested area. I lived next door to one of the biggest leaders of one of the Chicago gangs. Because the leader lived next door to me, it was kind of known to leave the girl who plays tennis, leave her alone. And so I was able to really go throughout the city and play tennis anywhere. Unbeknownst to me, that was a rule that I didn't know about until much later. So my parents were really not that educated as far as how to go about getting rankings and tournaments and things like that. But I would hear the old people at the park talking about it, and I told them that I wanted to play. And that's where I really started learning how tennis mirrored life. I did play in high school, but again, with my parents really not knowing, I just really played in the summer. So I'd never understood about rankings and tournaments and national tournaments and things like that. I was always a good student, so I was going to go to Cornell. And so they were asking me, did I get a scholarship? And I told them I had. And they said, well, is it a full scholarship? And I told them no. Anyway, so they said, well, there's a school, Lincoln University, and they're offering full scholarships. Would you like to go? So I said, okay. So instead of me going to Cornell, I was off to Lincoln University, which is an HBCU in Missouri. When I got to school, our team was an all-black team. We were the only blacks in our whole entire conference. When we would enter onto the court or to the facilities or to the resorts, there was always a look of shock. None of us looked like the typical tennis player at that time. We didn't look like everybody else. And so we were treated poorly. But that was the thing that inspired us to most, to do everything we could to beat the brakes off of them. Through that adversity, we won, out of my 4 years, we won 3 conference championships. And we were invited to go to the NCAA tournament as well. It wasn't really until I was in college that I connected with how I could use the tennis court to approach my academics. And I wish that I had that connection earlier. And again, I was a good student, but it would have taken me to a different level earlier. Tennis was like the classroom, and it mirrored life. And that's the thing that I use even today. You had to practice to get better on court. You have to study so that you can get the kind of grades that you want to get. You have a teacher, you have a parent who show you what to do, who tell you how to do it. But when it's game time, each and every decision that you make is yours. When you're on court, each and every point ball that you strike is yours. You own it. You make a mistake, you have a choice. You can either cry about it, whimper, which is going to change nothing, or you can make a decision to do something different. We all are going to have mistakes. That's how you learn, is by making a mistake. But it's what you do with what you learn. It's how you grow and how you become better. Having moved from Chicago to Georgia, we moved as a family to give our daughters an opportunity to train more. So shortly after we arrived to Georgia, my whole world changed. in less than 2 years, I found myself divorced. Having been a stay-at-home mom, no job, I can't fall apart because I have to be there for my girls. When I got to Boca High, Dr. McKee asked me to participate in the tennis program, and I said no. I kept saying no. And he kept asking, he kept pushing. Any of you who know Dr. McKee knows how he is. He's going to get his way. And I just felt like I'm in Boca Raton, an affluent community. You're asking a black woman who doesn't look like the typical person to go out there with these kids where there were no Spanish kids on the team, absolutely no black kids on the team, to take this program and go. He felt I could do it, so I said, okay. Even with all of that, at 52, I decided to go back to school. It was so scary for me. It was so scary. I hadn't been to school since 1989. I took something to completely change my career path. And so I got my graduate degree. I was scared, but I did it. I was all outside of my box. My graduate degree is in something I totally never did before, but I did it. And so I say that to you, get out of your box. Don't stand in your own way. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you have to get up and do it. If you fall down, okay, you may get knocked down real hard. Dust yourself off, get up, and keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you'll get to the place that you want to be. I'm Coach Sheila Townsend, and thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Coach Townsend is inspirational, and so is the team that put this together. So thank you, Jada Fernandez, Gabby Shigoda, and Anthony Riggi for editing this episode. It's the movie credits, basically, so is what it is. Sign them up for Hollywood and share this video. Bye!